Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be showing you how I created this stunning look. I am really feeling myself. I'm showing you like this sunset eye with a twist, a very unusual, not your standard sunset eye look, and I really like it. I hope you join me. And without further ado, if you would like to learn how to create these beautiful eyes, then all you have to do is keep on watching. I am inspired by this wonderful makeup look by Amy the Duchess. I've been following her on Instagram for ages. She's brilliant. She has so many like good unique ideas and I love the shape of this look. And after last week with Hi I Am Gorilla, I know I can push myself and create very nice looks. So I'm gonna push myself. I'm gonna have a try at something like this, and it's going to have like this sunset eye sort of vibe, but I definitely want to give it a twist and create something stunning basically. The palette that I'm going to be using is this Made by Mitchell Head in the Clouds palette. You know, it has a sunset on the packaging, so I thought it was very fitting. I also believe this is on offer on Beauty Bay, so if you wanted to snatch this at a discounted price, then I highly recommend going on Beauty Bay and buying it right now. I really like this palette. The Made by Mitchell eyeshadows, or pigments should I say, are very pigmented. They are blendable. They are so wonderful and colourful, and I really like his palettes, or Made by Mitchell's team's palettes. This one and the Feet on the Ground are amazing. I have not got the milk one, but to be honest, that one didn't attract me as much, but I'm sure the quality is equally as good. Let's get into it. I'm actually quite excited. The one thing that's going to be difficult is the fact that I have not washed my brushes, so we are working with a minimal amount of brushes today. What's not going to be a challenge is my primer. I am priming with my fave, the Anastasia Beverly Hills Eye Primer. To be honest, I don't know why I primed my whole lid, because I'm going to be cutting my crease. You could easily just prime the sort of top section of your eye. And I personally like to build. I like to go from the lightest shade to the darkest. Some people apply the darkest shade and blend it out. I just feel a little bit more secure in my blending when I start with the lightest. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to tap this out a little bit more to refreshen it so I don't have any creases, and then I'm gonna go straight in with Marmalade, which is an orange shade, and I'm using a small fluffy brush, and I'm going to place it just above my crease in the same shape as my crease. So I'm just going above. You want to get this, what I'm doing right now, you want to have it just a little bit higher than your crease, because all the cutting and all this, the beautiful shape of this look has to happen above the crease so people can actually see it when you're looking at them. So I'm just building Marmalade on my lid. I'm not bringing it in all the way into this portion, the inner sort of portion of my eye. It's going to be on more of the outside. And again, because these shadows are brilliant, they are just effortless to work with. I didn't even add yellow yet, and it almost looks like there's yellow there. Speaking of yellow, I'm taking a little bit of UFO just to put a little bit of yellow in here. Again, blending towards the brow. I want to dip into Sunburn, like a beautiful coral, and I'm going to build the intensity of my sunset. I'm putting it just like a fraction lower than the orange. And I'm going back to my previous brush, which I'm going to blend with. It already looks so cute. I love it. Okay, time for the purple. Okay, Perps and Perps and Keikos. Oh, such a pretty purple. And again, just slightly lower down. Purples are a pain, so this is going to be painful. Very gradually just going to put this purple in here. What I believe Amy the Duchess did is actually start with purple, and then she would have used Sunburn, and then the Marmalade, and then the UFO. I just like to do it this way. I don't know, I feel like I have more control of it. If I do it the other way, I feel like I end up blending far too much, like, out. So many birds singing outside, I love it. I feel like it's not going to be long before spring is here, and I'm really excited for that. Okie dokie. I think I could blend it a bit more. Okay, time to cut the first crease. Am I going to be cutting it even more? I don't know. I don't think so, actually. Time to cut the crease. And as always, I probably did mine way too low. So that's okay. I'll fix that. It definitely needs a little bit more purple. Before I reapply my primer, I'm just going to take a little bit of Perps and Keikos, just to add a little bit more on the edges. As always, I was a little bit safe, but you know, that's okay. This is what's beautiful about makeup. You can just carry on pushing through it, adjusting, and making sure you're happy with it. Don't be afraid to cut this really high, really high, because as mentioned, all of this liner and stuff like that needs its moment, okay? And now I'm going to take a fluffy brush and a little bit of my Anastasia Beverly Hills eye primer, and I'm gonna tap a very thin layer all over that crease. And then I could either do the liner first or do the eyeshadow, which I feel like that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go with the eyeshadow. So I'm now going to take very small brushes and build that inner portion of the eye. I'm going to take an angled brush and start with Perps and Keikos. I am almost certain I'm saying that wrong, but oh well. And that's gonna go, or is going, on the inner portion of the eye, on the inner portion of my mobile lid, however slightly, just ever so slightly above as well. Time for Sunburn, right next to it, the orange Marmalade. That's sort of going in the middle of my mobile lid. There will be a lot of fallout, by the way, at this point. You're using like flat brushes and angled brushes to have that precision, and they just kind of make the shadow fall. And one more flat brush with a little bit of UFO. This is just like the tiniest little bit, because it's actually like a neon sort of yellow. Okay, I think that's pretty good, and it's time for the liner. What am I gonna do? Well, I'm thinking instead of going with like the same color scheme, I'm gonna go with blue, because you know the sky is blue, and yeah, so I think it'll look cute. But I don't want to use this super light blue, but I also don't want to use this very dark greeny blue that I have, so I'm going to mix the two. I'm mixing the Mitchell P. Louise Acid Rain in Nitro and the Crisp Finish Salty AF shade. I'm going to start off by lining my inner corner, that sort of mobile lid look. I'm trying to make it as nice, as crisp as possible. And because that line is going to end up in my crease, I am tilting my head back and I'm going to make sure that it's fully dry before I do any blinking. For this crease, there's more to it. It has the outer edge, but it stops abruptly here at the front. So I'm going to start in the middle to make sure I don't have super big blob here at the front. So the line needs to be as thin as possible when it stops abruptly, and making a line from the outer corner going up. What are my neighbours doing? I am filming and they are being rude by hoovering their cars. Very nice. I definitely want to make sure that it's nice and dry, so you know, I'm taking my time. I'm gonna think about what glitter I want to use, if I want to use a glitter. But that glitter just adds that little bit of oomph there. Okay, I think I'm going to put that glitter on, and I do have this super chunky glitter from a Polish brand, Glam Glow, and it's just a cream sort of thing. Hopefully it's going to work. I'm gonna cry if it doesn't, because that looks super pretty. I'm really proud of it actually. Ooh, stop it. That is the only way I am doing my makeup now. O-M-O-B. I cannot even. Oh my goodness. Beautiful look, beautiful shape. I'm so happy with it. Thank you again, Amy, for a wonderful inspiration. I'm now going to do my base, and because this video is going to end up being quite long, I'm just going to do it really quickly. I am going to be using, yet again, some of my favourite products, and those are the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Foundation, the Revolution Fast Base Foundation Stick in F14 as my cream contour. For my concealer, I'm using Revolution Conceal and Define Infinite. Before I set, I'm going to use a little bit of blush, and I'm going with Made by Mitchell Peach Sugar Blush. To set, I'm using Kimchi Chic Puff Puff Pass Powder. Funnily enough, I saw a lot of Kimchi Chic's products on the same offer as the Made by Mitchell palette, so if you want any of the Kimchi products, make sure you check that out as well. For my brows today, I'm not doing anything too bold. I'm going to take some brow wiz to fill in the gaps on my tails, and I might not even use the brow freeze today because I kind of like that sort of natural look of them. The face is done, time to finish off the eyes. I'm going to finish the outer corner of the upper bit by taking that angled brush I was using for the inner portion, and I'm going to start off by feathering a very thin line next to that liner, just a very thin sort of line. I'm now taking Sunburn and sort of going on the top, just feathering that out. You've guessed it, Marmalade. This time on a fluffier brush to blend everything. And it's time to re-intensify, so I'm doing the same thing, just gradually building, mostly the first two shades. And whilst I'm here, I might as well do the bottom lash line. So I'm taking Perps and KWKosta and feathering that in on the lower lash line. I'm going to take a little bit of Sunburn on the edges of this to blend it in. And my favourite Marmalade on the inner third. To finish the lash line, I'm going to take the concoction of the liners and put it in my waterline. Honestly, the bigger the lower lash line, the more dramatic, the more beautiful this look is. So don't be like timid, just make it nice and smoky and blown out. Who cares, you know? Last little touch, just a smidge of UFO on the very inner corner. Really happy with this look. Nice and bold, big, bold, beautiful. Okay, and now it's time to put some mascara on, some lashes, and that is the look finished. Alright you guys, so here it is. This is my final look for today. A very unusual sunset eye. A sunset eye with a twist. And I have to say a huge thank you to Amy the Duchess for inspiring me all the time. She's wonderful, she's so talented, so make sure to check her out on Instagram. There are so many people that are so talented on Instagram. That's why I enjoy making these like recreation videos, because I want to show you that what I do is like this small in comparison to how creative some people are on Instagram. So highly recommend checking out Amy the Duchess. Make sure to check out Hi I Am Gorilla and all these other people that I have been letting you know about. But also please make sure to give me some love under this video by liking, commenting and subscribing. But for now, thank you so much for watching. You are the best and I hope to see you next time.